Every night at 9 p.m., he locks his door, not because he's hiding something, but because he's tired of pretending he's okay. He used to laugh with everyone. He was the happy one, the bright student, the kid who always said, "Don't worry, I got this." But slowly, something changed. He became quieter. He started saying, "I'm fine," even when he wasn't. He stopped asking for help, because deep down he believed no one would understand. His parents noticed, but they thought it was just a phase, that he'd snap out of it. But he didn't. Now imagine this, if just one conversation, one hug, one moment of real listening could have changed everything. This video is not just a story, it's a reality for thousands of students silently struggling right now. So please, watch till the very end, because what you'll hear in the next few minutes might teach you something most people realize too late. Chapter 1. The Silent Struggle. Most students won't tell you they're struggling. They won't say, "I'm overwhelmed" or "I'm scared." They'll just stop smiling. They'll sleep more than usual, or maybe they won't sleep at all. You'll notice it in the way they avoid eye contact, how they skip family meals, or how they sit with headphones in but no music playing. They won't cry out loud, because their silence is the scream. They're hoping someone will notice. Chapter 2. The Hidden Cost of Good Grades. She's a top performer. He always brings home straight A's. We call them successful. We say, "I'm proud of you." But when was the last time we asked, "Are you okay?" Just because your child is achieving doesn't mean they're thriving. Sometimes the pressure to keep performing is what's killing them inside. Because when love feels tied to performance, success becomes a prison. The digital damage. Chapter 3. Scroll, like, swipe, compare, repeat. Every day they're bombarded with perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect scores, and slowly they begin to feel like they're not enough. Social media doesn't just distract your child. It silently destroys their confidence. A single comment can stick in their mind for days. A message left unseen can feel like rejection. They live in a world where their self-worth depends on pixels, and the damage is very real. Chapter 4. The Pressure You Didn't Know You Gave Away. Chapter 4. Sometimes parents create pressure without ever saying a word. You may not realize it, but when you say, "Look at your cousin," or when you joke, "Back in my day we had no phones but still topped exams," your child hears, "I'm not enough the way I am." Even silent expectations can feel like mountains. Even well-meant advice can feel like pressure. They're not asking for less love. They're asking for more understanding. Chapter 5. Not lazy, just exhausted. Chapter 5. Your child isn't lazy. They're exhausted. Emotionally, mentally, physically. They wake up early, spend 6 to 8 hours at school, navigate friendships, peer pressure, homework, assignments, and then come home and crash. Not because they don't care, but because they're running on empty. Their brain is tired. Their heart is drained. And they don't know how to ask for rest without feeling guilty. Chapter 6. When burnout looks like attitude. Chapter 6. You may think they're acting out, being dramatic, or showing attitude, but often it's just burnout. They've hit their limit, they don't have the words for it. So they act distant, or get angry, or just shut down, not because they don't want to talk, but because they no longer believe it's safe to open up. Behind every angry teenager, there might be a tired soul who's simply asking, "Can someone please understand me?" Chapter 7. The Quiet Pain of Social Anxiety. Imagine walking into school and not knowing where to sit. Not because there's no space, but because you're terrified of being rejected. You worry that people will judge your clothes, your voice, the way you walk. That's what social anxiety feels like. It's not about being shy. It's about constantly questioning whether you even belong. And sadly, it's becoming more common every single day, especially in teens who look normal on the outside, but feel like outsiders on the inside. Chapter 8. Sleep isn't laziness, it's survival. Teenagers need sleep more than you think, not just to rest, but to heal. While they sleep, their brain processes the stress of the day. It files memories, balances emotions, repairs internal damage. But if they're sleeping only 4 or 5 hours a night, that healing doesn't happen. Sleep isn't laziness, it's therapy. It's medicine, it's survival. If they're tired all the time, it's not because they're unmotivated. It's because their brain is crying for rest. Chapter 9. What schools never teach. School teaches algebra, grammar, world history, but it rarely teaches how to handle failure, how to deal with heartbreak, or how to breathe through a panic attack. There's no class called mental resilience, no chapter on self-worth. No exam on emotional intelligence. But those are the lessons every student needs. And often they learn them the hard way, alone, unless we, the adults, start teaching them first. Chapter 10. Don't fix, just listen. Chapter 10. When your child talks, don't interrupt. Don't fix. Just listen. Let them feel heard, not corrected. You don't need to offer advice immediately. Sometimes they don't want solutions. They want your presence. Your calm, your patience, your silent support. Because I'm here can be more healing than here's what you should do. Chapter 11. I'm fine is often a lie. Chapter 11. They'll say, I'm fine. But their eyes will say, I'm tired. They'll smile at dinner and cry under the blanket later. I'm fine is often a reflex. Not the truth, so ask again and again until they feel safe enough to tell you the real story. Because behind that phrase might be months of bottled pain, and one gentle question could be the start of their healing. Chapter 12. Therapy is strength, not weakness. Going to therapy doesn't mean they're broken. It means they're brave enough to heal. In the US, 1 in 3 students faces anxiety, depression, or emotional trauma. But most never get help because they're afraid of judgment, afraid of being labeled. We need to change that. As parents, as adults, as humans, we must normalize therapy. Celebrate it. Encourage it. Because taking care of the mind is just as important as taking care of the body. Chapter 13. Before it's too late. Don't wait for a panic attack. Don't wait for the grades to drop. Don't wait for a breakdown. Start now. Check in. Look deeper. Ask softly. Love fiercely. One honest conversation, one warm hug, one real moment of connection can be the reason your child chooses to keep going. Because sometimes it's not medicine or motivation they need. It's you, fully present, fully listening, fully loving, before it's too late. Maybe you watch this video because you're a parent, or a teacher, or someone who loves a student going through a quiet battle. Maybe. Deep inside, you know someone who's hurting, but doesn't know how to ask for help. And maybe this video helped you understand them a little better. Feel them a little deeper. If it did, don't let this be the end. Let this be the beginning. A beginning of real conversations, of softer words, of showing up before it's too late. Because sometimes one video, one voice, one moment of truth can open a door that's been shut for years. And if this voice made you feel something, then don't leave without subscribing. Not because I asked, but because the next story might be the one that saves someone you love. So hit that subscribe button. Stay with us. Let's keep healing together.